Hello, exiles. Welcome back to SSF. Still in the company of Thorgrim Titan. I believe we haven't had many updates on the gear from the last video, but we did find this energy shield base glove, which does have the 2 levels melee skills that we want, some physical life leech, some added lightning. It's okay. This is a hand-me-down, of course, like anything in SSF in a league. Mm, some more leech here because it does seem we do need a lot of leech to sustain the build, and it doesn't really bother us to have additional leech on the rings because our suffix pressure isn't that large. We can add almost anything on the suffixes on the rings, just as long as we have extra maximum life on the prefixes. We're failing right here, but the body armor has a lot of life, some strength, some resistances, kind of all that we care about. The block chance on the shield could be higher, but it does come with life and resistances. I know every piece of gear is socketed with additional strength except this one. I'm not gonna spend the soul core here, just remove it because I could add 10 more strength, which in the end 10 more strength with our skill tree would add up to 1% increased damage, which is not a lot. um, let's get into the map, see if the build has improved its clear speed in any way, shape or form. Last time we were running one of the Azamite maps, the Azamite graveyard. Let's see, here comes an elite. Unlike other builds, this one doesn't really need any kind of setup. You just try and leap into the pack. Into the pack. Uh, if you feel flashy, you can add the banner. You can drop the hammer. You can add vulnerability because we've changed from conductivity to vulnerability as the cursed ground support. Everybody comes in, they lose 10k armor. Is that gonna do anything? Probably not against packs. But it does seem to support the build better than conductivity because we're already shocking and adding exposure just as much, just as well. So there's no need to add conductivity on the ground. We're already shocking. So as you can see, the speed is okay. I think it's comfortable. We are surviving through the packs. This is a tier 15 map. Not a lot of bad mods on the map. We have, yeah, let me just leap into these packs while I'm trying to find what's the downside here. First we become feeble, and that's it. Yeah, so it's a one suffix map. Did we get lucky with the mob rolls? No, not at all. We're getting Val guards mobs. They want to spread out. They want to stay away. This is gonna be a slow trek to get to the boss. Let's pause the recording here and check back when we get to the boss. Alright, exiles, we've just found the boss. Let's see if there's anything we can do against it with our current setup. Armor Breaker is nice to use once in a while, but we're still getting lots of damage thrown our way. Yeah.
Come here!
And leap slamming seems to help a bit. Will also help a bit regenerating at least our fast charges. Let's drop the banner. Let's try and drop our ammo. It's not bad, we're still alive, right? 18k on a leap slam, it's good. Will it be good enough? So we're getting close to one trigger per leap slam, isn't it? Hey, we're still alive. Look at this. With that hit, what did it? I couldn't tell. Meanwhile, we also get the shock and the penetration. Okay. Could not have used that health potion just like that. Mjollner is both strongest. Well, its health pool will decrease faster now that it's on low life. We did end up speccing into those mercenary nodes to improve your damage against enemies on low life. Because even if you get there slowly, you're still going to get to the point where the boss is on low life. Was that long? Close to 10 minutes? No, close to 5 minutes or so. It's okay. It's within the parameters of of solo self found, right? Did we expect Mjollner to do more all by itself for a weapon, a one-handed weapon with 329% increased physical damage plus level 12 lightning skills? Sure. Is there a melee lightning skill for maces? No. So unless, I mean, Mjolnir looks to be at the moment it's a supporting tool for the build. It's a supporting tool because you get to socket you get this cast on hit kind of trigger, which would be awesome if your uh, triggers are doing. I mean, plan is for your triggers to do more than your initial hit. Right now, that's kind of impossible with the gear we have. And I know in the last video I've been going on and on about the deep build. It's not the deep build that we want the deepest tower, which is somewhere the deepest tower, maybe right here, the deepest tower. The deepest tower, maybe it's here. We don't have it either way. And no, we don't have the trample toe either. Not in this league. Is it a fun build? Well, not quite. Is it viable? Is it SSF viable? Sure. If you're going to spend as much time gearing a Titan as I had spent gearing the. Oh, it was easier, but still, with a little more time investment, your Titan could get into doing pinnacles, because right now, if you take a look at the gear, okay, so this is standard, right? You gotta run Mjolnir, but your shield could roll much higher block chances, which means an overall increase. Your gloves could roll another damage roll instead of the energy shield. Um, Another damage roll. You could have your rings do 3 damage channels and then strength and all attributes, and the same here. So there are improvements. There are ways to improve. I'm thinking of improving the amount of damage you dish in the first strike, but either way, the initial strike that you do and the spells from the trigger, they did not synergize, right? There are currently uh, no mods that affect both attacks and spells. You would call that damage with hits, and I believe that's what the Vile Knight does. So damage with hits. This type of mods I think you can only find on uniques. You can't find this on rares, on rare items or magic items, so that you could stack up more of those items, more of those mods, so you would improve your overall damage. But would the build be faster with 2 Mjolnirs? Sure, you could split this up and make sure that Bolt Lightning is doing all of the debuffs, and then Lightning Warp is socketed with some more damage, some additional damage. That would be would be a way. But right now, if you're looking at numbers, it should be viable. It should be something you could take up against any boss, because a 11k DPS on Leaf Slam should allow you to rack up Valor from more banner, should allow uh, your fight to draw on long enough that the Vile Knight gives you this 200% increased damage with hits against rares and uniques, which is not something to be scoffed at. Unfortunately, even with this amazing support that we found in our skill tree with Lay Siege and offensive stance, which gives us increased overall damage based on our block chance, and this, which gives us increased overall damage based on our strength, we're only up to 200 and something increased overall damage. So the Vile Knight, if you can live that long, it's going to double your damage. Double damage sounds nice. Remember, you also want to add some more banner. You've got rage incoming. Your rage is stacking up. You're going to do vulnerability. You're going to do armor breaker. You can deal a lot more damage than 11k, but still you're not going to get into the million DPS. And I don't think any kind of damage support on the rings will get you there, but still, it's I think it's a viable build. I'm gonna keep playing with it for a few days, as always, isn't it? And see what the build can do. We're currently level 84, so yeah, we're running level 19 base gems. Yeah, maybe it's gonna be better at level 90 when we can run level 20 base gems with the additional 3 levels of all melee skills and to here 5 level of all melee skills. I could see this going somewhere. I'll keep looking for text. I mean, this Vile Knight helmet is cute. Not sure if there's any other common unique that I'd like to use. I mean, there's Onslaught, but that's not gonna help you with single target DPS. We'll see. We'll see. There are plenty options here. And yeah, we have an Indigon. Like, expect an update on one of our spellcasters. See just how good it's is going to be for them. Well, I guess we've been talking for long enough. Thank you all for watching. Thorgrim says goodbye. And I do as well. Goodbye, Excites.